Hello everyone, welcome to DevOps for your family. My name is Rajeswaran. Today we are going to explore how can we create AWS VPC and one private subnet and one public subnet along with the key pair. And this is my readme.file. So if I just convert this using this one, and this is the flow diagram. So we're going to create VPC, and the CIDR block is this one 10.0.0.0/16, and also along with we are going to create two subnet. One is the public subnet, another one is the private subnet, and also we are going to create a key pair. If you see, this is the key pair, and I have created a repository. This is my GitHub page, and here I have created a new repository called AWS-Terraform demo, and I have the local code also available. I just pushed my local changes 2 minutes ago. If you see, yeah, 4 minutes ago. So let me run a Terraform git status now. Just I have made one changes. Let me check that one. Git status. Yeah, there is one change that I have modified in the readme.md. Now I'm going to push this to my remote repository. Okay, and I have created a git ignore file that is having the .terraform folder. Whenever you are running a Terraform init, there is a plugin that will be created, and we are not going to push that to the remote git repository. So we are just, this is the standardized files. I can say we need to have in all our Terraform code, because we don't want to push this .terraform folder, because that is containing some amount of plugin that is going to occupy our git repo. And also we are having the local tf state file. We are not using any backend Terraform state. We are going to use the Terraform backend state like S3 as our Terraform backend state that we will be using in our upcoming demos, not in this demo. And also we are not using any variables here. And also while creating the key pair, there will be a public and private key created. The public key will be created in the AWS console, and using the Terraform key file I will show you. Let us explore that one in a bit minute. And we are going to create .pem file that is going to create in our local, that we are using to connect our EC2 instance using mobile extra. And also that is one folder called .infra cost. This is just a estimation cost, or this is a separate project that we are going to see in our future videos. Okay, now let me just push this code and git add dot and git commit -m readme.md updated. This is the commit I'm going to give. Yeah, now if I just give git status, nothing to commit, and our we have pushed or committed the changes to our local repository. Now we are going to push this to our remote repository, that is push origin main. Yeah, so this, if I give git status, nothing to commit. If we go to my remote repository, and if I just do a refresh, and there is 2 commit, and let us see the latest commit. Yeah, this is the readme.md that we updated. If you see, I just removed this line, and this is the changes we are going to have in our local repository. Okay, now let us go to our keypair.tf file. Okay, let us explore the file, and what is the AWS resource, or what is the resource we are going to create using this keypair.tf. If you see, using this resource keyword, resource is the keyword, and using this TLS private key, and this is the local reference to the Terraform. The algorithm we are using is RSA, and the RSA bit is 4096. There will be like RSA, there will be lot many algorithm we can use. If you go to this one, private key, if you see, there is a EDSA and there is a RSA, and lot many, I can say 2 or 3 key algorithm we can use. Currently we are using RSA algorithm, okay, and the RSA byte you can see 4096 and 2048. Likewise we are going to use to 4096, and using this AWS key pair, this AWS resource, this input, we are going to create a key name called DFU-August 25. This key, public key, that will be created in our AWS console, okay, using this was TLS private key dot my key. This is the local reference, and public key dot OpenSSH, guys. So while creating this TLS private key, there will be 2 key getting created. One is the private, another one is public key. So using this TLS private key, we are slicing the public key from this RSA file, and we are going to create that in our AWS keypair resource. And we are going using this local file. We are going to create this dfu.august25.pem file in our local. Okay, I'm just giving the file permission to execute this, that is 600 permission for our .pem file. This is the pem file, .keypair.tf file. And if I go to the VPC, so here if you see resource name VPC, and I'm just giving this my VPC as the Terraform reference, and this is the CIDR block, and this is the tenancy default or shared. We are going always going with default, as we are this is all about demo, okay. And the tag name I'm going to give mobile app VPC, and public subnet we are going to create using AWS subnet, and I'm naming this as a public subnet A, and the VPC ID we are referring this as a AWS VPC dot my VPC dot ID. Using this you are just referencing the VPC ID, because the subnet will be created under the VPC. And the CIDR block we are going to give for the subnet is 10.0.1.0/24, and I am naming this as a subnet name as mobile app public subnet A. So this is the internal name to the Terraform. This is the real name that we are getting in the Terraform console, and this is the public subnet created. Then we are going with the private subnet. The private subnet name is mobile app private subnet A. This is our name that will be we can able to see in our AWS. Okay, thank you. And if I execute Terraform init, it's going to initialize my local Terraform, and it's going to download the plugins. Then there will be a set of command we will be referring in our local code to create the AWS resources using Terraform plan, Terraform apply, and we can give also -- auto approve. Okay, so now it's downloading the Terraform plugins. Now if I go and just execute Terraform plan, it's going to give us an overview using the Terraform plan. So what are the resources we are going to create? This is giving a slice of a plan that the Terraform going to create in our Terraform console. If you see, there are 6 resources we are going to create. So what are those? Let us go with the resource name. So first one is the AWS key pair. Using this one, it's going to create a key pair, followed by the subnet private A subnet and public subnet A. That is a private subnet and the public subnet, and VPC. If you see, is there any order or something? Yeah, the Terraform know what is the dependency, because we cannot able to create a subnet unless until if there is a existing VPC is available. So Terraform have the dependency. It's know the dependency, what are the resources is going to create first, then followed by the another dependency resources. For example, if you want to create a subnet, there should be a VPC exist in our AWS. Okay, and also we are going to create a local file using the this local file Terraform PEM, and we are naming that as a Terraform dfuafu.pem. This file, you using this local file, it is going to create the PEM file, and followed by the TLS private and public key, and these are the 6 resources this is going to create. Okay, so if I go to my AWS console, okay, I just name this as my AWS. This one, let me get my MFA, and the MFA for this one. Okay, here we go. Okay, let me show you the AWS console, and after we execute the Terraform apply, what are the resources it's going to create. Let me open the VPC and followed by the key pair. Okay, so these are the 2 resources which we have defined in our local code. Okay, if you see in VPC, there is a default VPC, there won't be any custom VPC available for now. Also there is a subnet, we are going to create 2 subnet, right, followed by the key. This is my old key, that is I have created for other demos. Yeah, so what are the resources? VPC, 2 subnets, and a key pair. If I execute Terraform apply, so I'm just going to create -auto approve. So it will not prompt for me to press the S key. Terraform apply -auto approve. Yes. So we'll wait for a few minutes so that we can able to see the VPC and the subnets and the TLS private key in the AWS console, public key in the console, and private key that will be created in my local.pem files. You see resource complete, and after executing this one, you can able to see this has created a .terraform.log file. This is the new log file, and also there will be a PEM file also created using the local file parameter. And yeah, if I go to my AWS console, I'm going with VPC first. You can able to see there is a mobile app VPC. If I go to my code, and where is my VPC code? Yeah, if you see, the tag name is mobile app VPC. So this is what we are seeing in the console, followed by the subnet. If I just mobile app public subnet A, mobile app private subnet A, and this is the same I have defined in my local also. Mobile app public subnet A, mobile app private subnet A, followed by the key, and the expected key name is this one, DFU AUG 25. This is the key we are expecting. So if I just refresh, if you see DFU AUG 25, so this is the date, today's date 22/8/2025, and the time is now, the time is 8:12 p.m. yeah, plus GMT. So if you see, this is the 3 resources, or I can say the 6 resources got created in our Terraform, and I'll be updating all this code in my GitHub repository, so that if anyone want to just practice this one using my GitHub, you can also get download this one. Yeah, so if I just refresh, if you see, if I go to my readme.md, and this is the zip file that explain the flow, and keypair.tf, provider.tf, and vpc and subnet.tf. What is this provider.tf? if you watch my previous video, this is the provider name. We are using AWS, and the region what we are using is AP Southeast one, that is a Singapore region. And the flow I have already explained you that how the flow will be if we deploy this all this file together, so that the traffic will come to the from the internet. It will go to, if this is a web traffic we have allowed in the SG, and it is going to hit the IGW that we are going to see in our next upcoming videos, followed by the route table and route association to the public subnet. From there it will go to the SG, that is a security group of the EC2 instance. It will call the network interface that we are attaching the security group. We can able to attach 5 security group per uh, like a network interface adapter. We are attaching one network security group, that is a security group which we allowed for port 80 and 22. From there it will go to, if we are accessing the web page using the public IP of the EC2 instance, then the Nginx website what we are going to deploy, that will be get accessed or visible to us using that public subnet. And also we can able to access the instance using port 22. And guys, this is my website, https. If you just hit this website devopsforyou.space, you can able to hit my website. And I'm also updated all the code, and I'll be maintaining this repo. This is a public repo, and I'll be updating all the Terraform code which we are going to use for our all upcoming videos. If you see, this is my just a website that I created for my subscriber to subscribe to my channel. If you just go to devopsforyou.space, you can able to reach the website and just click subscribe button, and you can just able to subscribe to my channel. And thanks for watching. Here I have just created many videos and shorts that I'm hope it will be useful for you to practice the or learn the basic of Terraform and the GitHub flow. And that there are a lot many videos I have just uh, updated in my YouTube channel. You just go through all the videos. If you really like that video, I'm requesting you to subscribe and share this video to your friends. Thanks for watching, and thanks for you subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys. Bye. Take care.